Welcome back. I wanted to talk about the Matani Mittens. Now, you may have remembered during the CSM drama that I said that I was glad that he was not CSM anymore because I felt that the CSM was not needed. I felt that CCP should develop a direct connection with their users. And I felt particularly for Mittens that the role that he had, one, that I didn't think that his personality was suited for it, but I also said that I thought that he would do better doing something else in regards to Eve rather than the CSM. Um, and I found out, I don't know how long this site has been launched, but there's a site called thematani.com, and it's a news site focused on Eve, and uh, supposedly it's going to be basically Eve, but we'll have some other games like I think it's Planet Side 2 that they've been talking about, and I found it the other day, and I sort of glanced at it, and I was like, huh, that's okay, whatever. And I checked back a couple of days later and saw that he had interviewed the CEO of Sony. The CEO of Sony has played Eve. He likes the Drake, and I didn't read the whole thing, but I couldn't help but smile because one, I'm glad he's doing something to clean up, if only to clean up search results on Google on stuff that comes up when you search his name, because that stuff not only affected him, uh, his in-game character and whatnot. When you looked it up under his real name, you found all of that. So hopefully this will do something to balance it. Because I don't think that I did not agree. Let's put it like this: I didn't agree with how that went down. Let's put it like that. Anyway, but more importantly, I think that I'm glad that if you had to make a choice between the time that he was spending dealing with CSM issues versus this, I think that this effort could actually do more to help the community of Eve than than the CSM, if done properly, if implemented properly. Uh, the the few people, and when I say few, I mean about 10 or 20 people that I asked about it, they didn't know that the site existed. So that's why I wanted to do a video on it, because I've talked about, like Greedy Goblin talking about Eve. And when I come across a site, I would like to know more about Eve sites. And, if I come across one that I think people would enjoy, I definitely want to pass it on. So, yeah, with the I told you so, a lot of you gave me oh my God, it's like, no, Mittens has to be CSM, and he's got to do this because he is the best. And I'm like, really? You can't see outside of the box that he could be doing more and have, bring more to the table than that? And I don't mean to slight anybody on the CSM or anything like that, but CSM is like customer service. Mittens is no customer service. I mean, do you really think no? And I think this is just better suited. That's my personal opinion. But I'm going to be checking out the site. I'm not going to say that I'm going to um, fully, like I'm subscribed and I'm going to be checking it out every day. But um, I think that it's good to have more sources on what's going on with Eve. One of the things that's supposed to be the basis and the foundation on this site is that they're going to do some good old fashioned fact checking to make sure that what they're saying is actually accurate. Um, and one of the things with that whole CSM debacle is that things got misrepresented. And definitely some things were thrown up under the table because the whole truth never really got out on the media side. Um, so I can definitely see why there's a passion to balance that and do some reporting. And with his personality, particularly his screw you mentality kind of thing. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. What I'm saying is that he has the balls to actually, if something's fucked up, he'll say it's fucked up. I mean, I'm hoping he'll say it's fucked up and he won't, throw it up under the table. Now, it's not just him writing. There's a bunch of people writing. It's a group effort kind of thing. And I wish him success. I really do. Like I said, I think that as far as the CSM is concerned, honestly, I think it's sort of like a fallback. I mean, I like the idea that CCP is trying to give players a voice, but the truth of the matter is that we already have a voice, and the CSM has no control. So to me, it's just sort of like a bullshit position. Because if you don't have any control, then you're basically like customer service. So I'm glad about that. So yeah, I will link to it in the description. Check it out and let me know. Do you like the site? Do you dislike the site? Do you still wish that he was on the CSM? Do you even pay attention to what's going on with the CSM anymore? I mean, I don't. And I can't really say that by not paying attention, my gameplay is impacted all that much. I don't know. I sort of feel like, man, did I get my ass kicked on this one? Um, with the political climate in the U.S. right now, is it, if you don't vote and you don't stay aware of what's going on with politics, as as a general overall community type of thing, you're sort of looked down on because you're not using the voice that you have. So, I was thinking about that, and it's like maybe I need to pay more attention. Not to say that it's gonna, I'm gonna get passionately involved, but there's a difference between being informed and being ignorant about things. And maybe I need to pay more attention about what's going on with the CSM, even though I don't particularly agree with the CSM or the basis of it, simply because I mean, if it's right in one aspect in, the real life scenarios, how can it be wrong or not right for per se in a gaming situation? You know what I'm saying? Now, I did vote with the CSM. The person that I voted for got on the CSM, so I did cast my vote. I did do that, but they released some minutes not too long ago, and if somebody paid me $1 million, I couldn't tell you what was on them. But like when I was in WoW, oh, let somebody release. Yeah, Ghostcrawler spoke. I spoke. Oh, matter of fact, Ghostcrawler is on Twitter, by the way. Just saying for you people who might have played WoW that liked Ghostcrawler or hated Ghostcrawler, he's on Twitter. So, yeah, I paid more attention. And I was looking at that. It's like, why don't I pay as close attention in Eve? And I probably should. So that'll probably be the next thing that I tackle. Now, I learned something cool. And I want to share it with you because it was like a serious ooh moment. I found out, I was talking to a court member, and he mentioned that you can target somebody and they don't know that you're targeting them. And I said, no. And he's like, yeah, in theory, this should work. And I'm like, no. And he's like, yeah, I can scan you too. I'm like, you can scan my cargo hold? And you know what? And he's like, yeah. And so we tested it out. Sure enough, you can, people. For you newbie people, you can be scanned. They can tell what mods you have, what you have fitted on your ship, what's in your cargo hold, and you have no idea that it's happening. You're welcome. I'm telling you that this can happen. And now I know how to do it. So now I am going to somehow use this in PvP. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but now it makes sense when Drake said in a video, he's like, "Oh, I could blast this person for, having this stupid fit." I was like, "How the fuck did you know that?" Now I know how. Now I know how he knows. So I've come full circle. I'm just so glad that I know this. Yeah. So anyway, that's it for this one. This was a tough mission, so I'm glad I'm putting this up. And congrats to Mittens for the Matani.com. And I will talk to you guys in the next video.